And now we have more talk about Otello and the Opera Festival. It's the opening day last night for the whole Opera Festival, right? And you're the title role in this challenging opera. So is it your first time in Beijing anyway?
Yes, first time in Beijing, first time mainland China.
Oh, and your impression of the Chinese audience, you cannot escape the question.
I don't know, they seemed like they had a great time. The show went very well last night. Chinese audiences are very warm, sort of like the Chinese people that I've worked with so far.
So when you were busy performing, you cannot help, noticing this very warm response from the audience?
Always, always. Whenever you're on stage, it's a participation. You never perform in a vacuum.
Mutual.
Yeah, there's always, you feed off each other. If you do something that they like, you feel it come back. If you feel it come back, you do more.
Yeah.
It's a
higher
circle.
and higher.
Yeah, and hopefully together you all achieve a new level.
So you are totally satisfied with your own performance last night. Can I say that?
Always satisfied and always dissatisfied.
I know, that understand.
When you're an artist, you're never satisfied. So there are no absolutes.
So that's on you now, because if he's satisfied, he like to be invited, you see, again.
Yes, sure. If we do Otello again, definitely we will invite Frank again.
So how did you guarantee the quality of the whole projecting for this challenging opera?
Yeah, actually, like Frank sitting behind me, you can see we have invited a lot of international singers like him. So, they are the first guarantee of us. We are going to present the most, the international level Otello to the Chinese audience. Besides that, I think the most important guarantee is the production team. We have a wonderful, dream team, we call it like that. The production team, we have the director, the Giancarlo Di Monaco. His father is the most famous Otello in the history. And Frank knows well, he can sing it. As a director, he can sing Otello from the first page to the last.
Though it's the most
and
difficult.
Everybody's lines.
Yeah.
Not just Otello's lines, he can sing everybody's lines.
Yeah, exactly. He can sing that's why he can sing all the lines.
Yeah. So you have to work very hard with him.
Sure.
Oh, you can't get away with anything. He hears everything, he sees everything, and he doesn't let anything slide. He's amazing in this production. He is amazing.
And also, together with him, we have a very great set designer, William Orlandi, and Vinicio as the lighting designer. Oh, you can see. I think from the video you have seen that the effect is amazing. I think personally, it's the most beautiful Otello I have seen.
Okay, must be there.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, as we heard earlier, 2013 is a special year for fans of Verdi, opera houses and philharmonic orchestras around the world are paying tribute to the Italian master.
Verdi was a musical and theatrical genius. Today, 200 years after his birth, he remains not only the most critically renowned Italian composer, but the most frequently performed in opera houses around the globe. Only Puccini comes close to his popularity. With a list of compositions including Nabucco, Rigoletto, Aida and Otello, Verdi revolutionized the world of musical theatre by creating orchestral innovations, while maintaining the high standards of classical artistic composition. Verdi was primarily inspired by dramatists, adapting 3 of Shakespeare's plays and 4 of Friedrich Schiller's works into operas. 2013 has witnessed the revival of a multitude of Verdi's operas, including the first ever performance of Rigoletto in Bahrain, and a series of acclaimed productions by the Metropolitan Opera in New York. London's Royal Opera House, the Sydney Opera House, and the National Centre for the Performing Arts in Beijing have all paid tribute to the composer. Italian conductors Daniele Abbado and Riccardo Muti and baritone Leo Nucchi are all revisiting Verdi in celebration of the 200th anniversary of one of Italy's most famous sons. Lee Maxwell Simpson, CCTV.
Well, we'll continue our studio interview of Frank of Otello, the title role of Otello last night, and Miss Wei, you see, from NCPA. You see, I was told, you see, Otello is the most challenging role in opera. What's your take on this?
You know, most is defined really by who's doing it. If it's a role that fits you, it is less difficult than if it's a role that kind of fits you. So
generally speaking, it's considered.
It's a very long role. It's a very long role. It's one of his longest, and that's really, I think, the challenge is that you have to stay so highly energized and so focused and so full of bel canto joy throughout this, really all night long.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that, you see, it's a production of Verdi's late years.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have any waning properties as he gets older.
That's a
he
miracle.
gets more amazing as he gets older. Yeah. It's just
to challenge you even today, even till today.
Absolutely. No, it's a phenomenal piece of music. It's an incredible role. It's Shakespeare, it's Boito, it's Verdi, and you have all three of those great masters in this one piece. And really, as Giancarlo has said many times, it's the perfect opera. And really, it is. I see nothing in the writing of this piece that leaves me going, it's opera.
Okay.
I see this piece and I go, oh, that's opera.
So I can sense you're still in opera
from
last night.
I can't hide that. I love it.
Yeah. And you see, as it is the most challenging, and we know you have done a good job, but you see, it's the 5th year for the Opera Festival in Beijing. So what's the upcoming highlights of this year's festival?
Actually, I should say Otello is the highlight, of course. It's our opening, but
in front of you only.
Yeah,
but really.
But you know, of course, as a festival, we would like to introduce as much as more highlights we can do. So following will be Fliegen and Hollander, the Flying Dutchman, and it's Wagner's piece. Yeah. So everyone knows this year.
This is the
it's the 200th anniversary.
I wish it's 20.
Yeah, no, I wish. Everyone wishes that. So this year is the 200 years anniversary for those greatest master composer Verdi and Wagner.
I have noticed you.
We have the program book. You know, we are going to celebrate their birthday this year. So that's why we do Flying Dutchman after Otello. And then after Wagner's piece, we are going to do Nabucco. It's another, I think Frank knows well, of course, it's another masterpiece of Verdi. And then in the closing, we will have another Wagner's piece, opposite to Verdi's piece at the beginning. So we will do Wagner's Valkyrie. So I think all the audience will be fully, attracted by those two master composers' great works in these days.
So you must be ready for more and more, you see, very hard work. And I remember last year when you were in the studio, you look, how can I say, you lost a lot of weight.
Thank you.
Okay, so
you can see how hard it is.
I'm still waiting for Aida. Okay. You promised me last year.
Sure.
Okay.
Then when you see me in Aida, I think I'm going to turn into another person because it's going to be more hard.
Okay,
more people involved.
So nice to talking to you, and I hope more and more people will go to the operas after watching our show from Cultural Express. But now we have to back to our stage. Okay, agreed? Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Always pleasure.
Okay. So you're watching Culture Express, and more to come after a short break.